So yesterday, I just did a 0 day at this really luxurious accommodations here in the Lanesboro. It's called my house, and so I came back because it was kind of raining, and so I got to Williamstown in the afternoon, and I didn't do the last like little. It's like a 5 mile section up into town. Horrible. I'm bad. I'm a bad hiker. But anyway, I didn't do it because it's just wet, and I came back to my house. So I zeroed yesterday, and I ate a ton of food, and that was nice because it just saved me a bunch of money. Like if I had been out hiking because it was cold and wet, it's like in the 50s or 60s, and I was all wet. So I just came back to my house. So I'm going to leave again today from my house again. And this time I'm not going to hike back up to the Taconic Crest because that would just be pointless hiking that again. Instead, I'm going to hike across to the Appalachian Trail and hike that up through Mount Greylock into the Long Trail. So this video or this set of videos is sort of weird because it's like me in my my circuitous hike to the Long Trail. But I mean, I did hike a really nice section. It's beautiful up in there. It's a beautiful area. I don't know that I can post a lot of this because I'm a little nervous. I know I can. I'm confident I could camp where I did, but I'm gonna have to go back and check because I don't want to publish my violation of, of the law, or be forever banned from hiking or kicked off of a trail or something, or you can't come here anymore because you stealth camped or did something you weren't supposed to. But I always do LNT. The stuff I did when I was out, like I put my tent. It was raining, so I put my tent down. I got in my tent. I stayed in my tent. I got water. I stayed in my tent the whole time. I cooked right next to it. I didn't disturb the leaf litter really at all. So I'd be hard pressed to see how I did any sort of long-term damage, but I understand policies. But my understanding of the Taconic Crest Trail is when you cross into New York State, if you get far enough from the trail, you're on New York State conservation land. So I was on New York State conservation land and on a side trail off of the Taconic Crest, and I believe you can camp there as long as you're low impact and stuff like that. But and I mention that because along the Taconic Crest Trail, through many sections of it, you cannot camp along it. And in Massachusetts, you can't. This is, I think, because there's a law in Massachusetts, you cannot camp in any place that isn't a designated campsite. So that makes making this kind of video content a little bit problematic. Anyway, but yeah, so it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been up. Yesterday was great. I felt really good. I was achy because I'm out of shape. But yeah, I didn't do any night hiking at all, is the thing. Let's see. So basically I hiked from my house out, got up into New York, and then I was tired. I camped and I didn't have any water, and I used up the last of my water. Then the next day I started hiking, and I thought I was going to get all the way through, but it started raining around 11 a.m. and I ended up putting my tent up in the early afternoon. And so just chilled out and then started hiking yesterday. And so I finished the last 5 miles and then hiked down into Williamstown and then hitchhiked back to my house.